Whew. All right, headphones. I trusted you. My faith was rewarded. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. So, I wanted to wait to do this until the music video dropped. It was supposed to be last week. It's fine. I'm not mad. But my faith, my patience has been rewarded. I streamed out of support from another room with headphones plugged in. I never really realized how stubborn I am, and then I just still waited for the music video. Am I a hero? No, we know who the real hero is. But yeah, I'm gonna be listening to Daywalker, Machine Gun Kelly's song featuring Corpse, for the first time, the official music video. But I haven't seen any videos or any lyrics or any of that stuff, which reminds me I need to pull up a lyric page. But yeah, I'm gonna be listening for the first time. The rules are the same as always, one listen and then a lyric sheet, and just sing what happens with no context, what goes through my mind. Thank you to everyone who watched my previous video listening to Corpse's music for the first time. I did, however, by accident skip Machine Gun Kelly's bonus track. It wasn't on my playlist or the track list for Youngblood's Weird when I did that video, so this is a story of redemption. I don't know MGK? Machine Gun Kelly? I saw like an article once that said don't call him Machine Gun Kelly, so I don't know if that was a bit or not. But if that's the case, I'm sorry. But I don't know your music, so this is a fun introduction. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell so you're notified when I do your faves, or I do another video on your faves, or go back and check out a previous video, listen to someone new with me. Also I have a gaming channel, Bill Show Gaming, that's in the description and in the channel tab. I'm bad at plugging, but that exists. It's so bizarre, the trajectory of Corpse's career. I listened to a bunch of like YouTube scary stories back when I was waiting tables and didn't really have the money to like go outside. And now that I can't go outside, his music has been keeping me company the last couple months. And that's again because of you guys. I said it in the previous video when everyone was like, react to Corpse. I'm like, the scary stories? Like, you just want me to listen to scary stories? I'm so out of the loop all the time, but I'm here now. He just kind of really stayed in my music library, which I'm not mad about. Don't forget, guys, as always, before we start, there are links in the description for education on Black Lives Matter, the Trevor Project, and mental health resources and crisis lines, should you or someone you know need them. Wow, that's an aggressive first lyric. Sorry, I'm not peeking. I just wanted to pull it up. Ooh, that's spooky and jarring. Oh, I love it.
Punch that motherfucker in the face.
Ah! Why? Well, did we try words first?
I tell you a secret where you keep it.
Yeah, please don't fight me.
Fight!
Ooh.
They tried to kill me in the rain. Tried to lay me down.
Ooh. Also, hello. Oh, hello?
If I tell you a secret where you keep it.
Yes. I won't tell anybody. Dude, let it out. God, be careful with your voice. Oh, please be careful with your voice. Wait, is that Valkyrie? Right? Am I being rude? Am I nuts?
Fight!
Holy
Fight! The end.
Holy sh! Hi, Mr. Husband. The ad that played right after was very much not the same energy. That was aggressive. I don't know, there's something so like satisfying about feeling that energy leave your body. Like I'm excited to look at the lyrics. Was that Ray? I need to know. I don't want to be rude. That had to be, right? Yeah, that was. Holy sh! First, my instinct was to like know what happened, but I think it's kind of irrelevant. I think it's about the response to it. You know what I mean? I think it's about that feeling of having so much anger built in you, but like I liked those moments where like we kind of stayed on like feeling it. You know what I mean? Like fight. But then those kind of times to like sit there, it felt like kind of like stewing in it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of festering. It went by so fast, which I'm not mad about, but a lot of the lyrics, like I was thrown all over the place. Now I feel like I should have listened to it and then watched the music video, but I wanted the visuals. Like we just started punching dude in the damn face. I don't know, first I thought it was you're bleeding from fighting, but it was like kind of like the idea of like screaming until the blood like came out of your mouth. And it made me think of like losing control like that. I think the lyrics will help. But I really liked that, and good for Ray. I don't watch a lot of her content, but when I do, I enjoy it. I didn't want to be like my grandma and just in the middle of it go, wait a minute, I know that actress. Where do I know her from? And then it takes like 20 minutes to figure it out. It's fine. It's probably genetic. But it did. Like, it really, like, it was startling, but then the more you let that energy kind of like filter through, fucking like burned in me. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't feel like it was so much about the person so much as it was about the fight itself. You know what I mean? Like, or the response to it. I don't know. That's so interesting. I'm just gonna look at the lyrics. Punch that motherfucker in the face. You hated what he said, right? I know you wanted change, but nobody's around, so kick him again while he's on the ground. Jesus Christ. Like losing control. That's what I was trying to say earlier, and the lyrics kind of give me that too, where it's like, what do you do when no one's around? Kind of holding yourself accountable for that thought process. I know you wanted change, like change with yourself, but no, yeah, what do you do when nobody's looking? That's interesting. I want to know, if I tell you a secret, will you keep it? I need someone to blame. It really kills me, like, how much I liked the fight. I liked that presence of, like, that, come on, do it. Like, that voice in the back of your head, right? But that's just it, is I like that it had, I don't know these kind of words, I'm trying to learn them. I liked how that kind of had the hook for me, because it's like, just like how that's a catchier part of the song, it's like that's an impulse one can indulge in, you know? So making it kind of the indulgent part of the song, I think is a really smart choice, and I think it's kind of about like giving into that. Let's see what Mr. Husband had to say. They tried to kill me in the rain, tried to lay me down, and so I ducked and ran away. I put a gun up to my face. All these fucking razor blades, I want to know, if I tell you a secret, will you keep it? I'll never be the same. I bet the fucking apple I'm surrounded by some snakes. Jesus. That's interesting to me. Kind of like how earlier it's like someone, what was it? You hated what he said, right? Like, kind of like you're talking to yourself. Like, it's like an internal and an external conflict, right? There's a conflict in front of you with this other person, but then internally you're struggling with how to respond and what to do. But then when we have Corpse's first verse, they tried to kill me in the rain, try to lay me down, talking about like a confrontation with someone with a gun, but then going into razor blades, which again, links in the description for mental health and crisis resources, should you or someone you know need them. Takes it again, external conflict, internal conflict, and biting the apple. Like, it makes me feel like this song's more about response than actual conflict. Does that make sense? Heartbreaking to think of it that way. Like, as cool as it was to see Ray be Corpse, that's really upsetting. Fight, which... This is quite the time for pent-up rage and conflict and energy, feeling physically stifled through all this. So there's something about that release to it I really kind of cling to right now as something that I need. But it even kind of works on like a fourth wall, kind of let this be the outlet instead of harming someone else or even potentially harming yourself. There's an invisible voice that is talking to me, and it's always telling me to kill. I got a problem with separating what my head is creating from things that are real. In a room hyperventilating and debating to pop off the cap of these pills. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Talking about like harmful and impulsive responses when you start to lose that kind of control. It was interesting equating it to that, where it's like a different form of a response. I think it's really interesting to compare those kind of impulses to it's dangerous, like dangerous to yourself, dangerous to others. Talking about like being on borrowed time, blackout when I'm raging. Yeah, I think it is about like losing control, and it is about those impulses, but then how that rage isn't always anger externally at others. It's also like the internal struggle too, especially with Corpse's verses. And then yeah, that was interesting to like then address it as a way where then it can, hating so recklessly and without a filter like that, like bleeding out into like such a grander social issue as well, I thought was very interesting. It's just jarring. Like, it slaps though. As someone who also is who gets dragged along so much by their emotions in whatever degree it goes in. There's something about talking about that and keeping that focus not on where is he, I'm gonna fight him, but on more of the impulse and like wanting to fight, like that feeling of you could walk away right here, but like that doubling back, like realizing that there's a part of you that wants harm. It's self-destructive. And I really like looking at it that way, because it's still the validity of what you're feeling, but addressing that like when it gets out of control, like it goes so far. I appreciate talking about it, because that's something I know a lot of people struggle with. And like I said, I've had my own histories with some of these. Again, links in the description. It almost feels like trying to illustrate it mid-spiral, and I love that feeling to it. Because like I said, it doesn't sound like, oh yeah, like let's fight. Like it's like, oh God, like I can't control what I do after a certain point. Like talking about like blacking out with rage, talking about times that your mind starts to go to like darker places, whether it's about exuding that energy outward or inward. The fact that it all comes from this like impulsive place of rage, especially that line, I know you wanted change but nobody's around. It's like trying to hold yourself accountable to that, but like also the humanity of, it's not just, well, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like it's a process. The fact that it never really like stopped, like it just kind of kept burning. Especially it's the fight where it's like it's lingering, like it can get the better of you and then it like stays. And then it's interesting to have that be the chorus, so it's like that energy still going and going and going, and then switching gears, switching perspectives, even switching story, character, artist, but then also direction, you know? And I think it's about connecting that, the rage of like wanting to fight somebody, the fear and the rage at somebody trying to fight you, but then also all that energy then continuing to seep inward like that. And then it becoming about like how it feeds into that self-hatred, but then at the end, how then that energy filters in through you and then can be amplified and projected out again. How harmful and toxic that trajectory is. It's really interesting. I really enjoyed the visuals though. Like I love the fact that Ray is the avatar for Corpse. I think that's great. This idea of Mr. GK outside in the fight, in a holding cell, telling somebody his story or recapping it and going over it again. And like that anger just like coming back and it like stews and his levels are going up and down, and then screaming to the point where like blood's coming out of his mouth. But then everything we see with Ray Corpse, Valk husband, staying inside, and like I like how it kind of starts to, when we get to that internal conflict of it all, like it's a similar emotional trajectory stemming from different places. I like that feeling of different perspectives, different experiences, but all coming back to the same like emotional impulse, and then how intense it gets, you know? Going through how damaging hate and rage can really be. Like, because isn't the idea of a Daywalker, it's like you're kind of a vampire, but like not really part vampire, but it's like, it's the idea of having that potential in you and trying to like control it and like live with it and still exist with it, whatever those emotions are, impulses are, trying to coexist with that part of yourself. I love how it also like utilizes on a meta level, it utilizes releasing these emotions and telling these stories as an outlet for you, the listener, to like let that energy out in a more efficient way. You know, there's something meta about it that I really like too. But damn it, like it did just bang though. There were times I felt myself like starting to get into the music, but for me, when I get that overwhelmingly angry, my body like freezes and everything slows down. And that's kind of, I feel like, what happened to me here. Really excited to like listen to the song, and like it's starting to like really get aggressive just from the get-go, and my body like slowed down and like froze because I'm waiting for like that first strike on me, thinking of my response. My response to this is weirdly similar to what would happen to me in a physical confrontation. My blood start to kind of like freeze, and I could feel myself try to like be prepared, navigate the room. Where's my escape? What do I do to get away from you? It was interesting to be able to like pull that kind of a response out of me. Like as soon as you start getting into fight, like part of me is like frozen and like kind of ready to go. Like it's I don't know, it's jarring. But I really enjoyed that. I hope you liked my thoughts. I hope you liked the video. Again, remember to like and leave a comment. What did you think? Does it bang? Say bangus in the comments. I appreciate, like I said, the outlet of it. It's so cool that like Valkyrie was there too. But I really enjoyed it. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. Is there something I'm missing? Like and subscribe and ring the bell and share. I already said that. But yeah, there you guys go. Those are my thoughts on Machine Gun Kelly featuring Corpse's Daywalker, starring Valkyrie. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Hope everyone's staying safe. Don't forget, as always, there are resources in the description for education on Black Lives Matter, the Trevor Project, mental health resources, and crisis lines should you or someone you know need them. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope everyone's staying safe. Please, guys, wear a mask if you choose to go out. Be mindful of others. And remember to take care of yourselves, please.